2017. Finally, Freeman must be in control of his game. He had the tendency to get into foul trouble very early in this game. Now he's up against a Tony Washam, who is capable of playing all 48 minutes, who is a big-time scorer. Freeman must be in control of his game, must be in full control of his wits and senses to be able to last the game for 48 minutes.
Well, BMEG has already been in playoff mode, and after that grueling quarterfinal series, are they battle ready or battle weary? And with San Miguel Beermen having a long break, are they well rested or rusty? We shall find out the answer after this ball game as you take a look at the starters for both teams.
Well, we were talking about Danny Siegel in our pre-game conversation, and yes, he is starting for San Miguel, and he creates a very big mismatch in his position.
And a tall starting unit as well for BMEG Derby Ace. It's Jay Washington, given the initial task of trying to limit Washam, who makes his first basket.
He's going to be a tough read. Now, Tony Washam is a big-time scorer, 49 points in that thrilling Game 5 overtime victory over Rain or Shine just last Sunday. Over 21,000 fans watched that game. Washam has promised that he will exceed himself. That means he's going to be scoring more than 50 points in this game.
Let's wait and see. As BMEG has converted on their 2 attempts so far, including a 3-point basket by James Yap. So it seems like BMEG still hot. Here's Kabagnot, bottled up. And a foul is called against Roger Yap.
Richard, kanina nabanggit mo that both these teams played in the semifinals of the previous conference.
Yes.
In a semifinals where San Miguel was up 2-1, then BMEG won the last 3 games to win that series 4-2. Now in that series, Alex Cabagnot was not yet with San Miguel.
That's right.
San Miguel was playing with Mike Cortez. Cabagnot brings a different dimension to this team. He's averaging close to 7 assists a game. He is a scorer. He likes to play the pick and roll with either Gabe Freeman or whoever is playing center for San Miguel. And let's see how he does here against BMEG.
And both teams are aching for some payback. Of course, San Miguel wanting to get back at BMEG for eliminating them last conference. And of course, BMEG trying to get back at San Miguel as they were beaten in the playoff for that semifinals, outright semifinal slot. Here's Washam once again.
Now you notice here the matchup, it's not Freeman against Washam. Freeman is taking on Rafi Rivas, who's not much of an offensive threat for Derby Ace. I think there is a consciousness on the part of Coach Siot Tanquingcen that Freeman gets into early foul trouble. He doesn't want Freeman on Washam just yet.
And he can also be a secondary line of defense in case there's a penetration there by Washam. Rivas now with a leather. James Yap, top of the key. Washam looks at the clock. Struggles with his dribble, but regains his bearing. You know, he's not very flashy, Canito, but, you know, he's very effective.
Well, he almost botched the play. He missed dribble, but still had enough balance to get off the shot. You know, with Washam, you need to be able to put a hand on his face at all times.
That's right. You know, yung game niya, you know, I can't put a finger on how to describe it. I don't know. Washam call it?
Well, he's a second-generation import. His father, Tony Washam Sr., who's now 50 years old. Tony Washam Jr. is 28 years old. Back in 1984, played with Robert Jaworski, Francis Arnaiz, Steve Watson, Terry Saldana for a team that was called Gilby's Gin.
Yes.
That was back in 84. And Tony Washam Sr. in 12 games averaged 42 points in 46 minutes of play.
So like father, like son. Itong si Washam. You know, not much wasted movement dito kay Tony Washam. Finito, no? Very refined, no? Very conservative nga eh.
You know, what I'd like to see is whether he can play defense. And that's really up to Jay Washington to make Washington play the kind of defense that we still don't know he's capable of playing. Now, for Washington, he's going to be playing defense against Washington. That's going to take away from his offense.
That's right.
That puts also a big responsibility on the shoulders of Danny Siegel. If Washington is not able to get his usual points because he's playing defense on Washington, what about Siegel? Dynamite has to explode.
That's right. And to give us more insights about the BMEG Derby Ace and Llamados, let's go back to Patricia.
Coach Ryan Gregorio sees their advantage, and that is already being in playoffs game shape as compared to San Miguel, who really last played last July too. The Rain or Shine series was a good preparation for this one. BMEG is super motivated, and etched in their minds is getting to the finals. That's why they're all driven to go full throttle. No more strong Sol Mercado or agile, athletic Gabe Norwood to worry about and matchup problems with. Coach Ryan believes that they can match up better in terms of 5-on-5 against San Miguel. Richard, Canito?
Nabanggit na naman si Norwood at saka si Mercado, no?
Nalungkot na naman ako. Namimiss ko na sila eh. Dapat magkakasama kami ngayon eh. In the meantime, what about Gabe Freeman, Canito? You know, this is talk about this important matchup. This is something to really watch out for in this series.
Well, Freeman is a double-double guy. 20.8 points a game, 10.8 rebounds, plays with a lot of energy, high intensity. But I'd like to see him play defense against Washington. That's not going to happen just yet. Maybe we'll see that sometime in the fourth period.
That's right.
If this game is close.
Or probably Washington scores 30 here in the first quarter.
Or maybe by that time, they'll start to double watch him so he doesn't get the touch.
And rebound recovered there by Meyerhofer. Ball is tapped away by Siegel. Interesting to see who wins the rebound battle in this series. Both teams have very tall lineups.
That's right, and BMEG is number 1 in rebounding allowed, rebounds allowed, the least rebounds allowed. Here's another transition basket here, almost by Jay Washington, but he will go to the line.
Of course, this is the playoffs, and you can't give easy layups. And Meyerhofer would rather see Jay Wash take some free throws.
And so far, this game is being played at a high level of intensity, Richard. No? And it's nice to see. Whether it's a game 1 or a game 7, you want to see the players play 100%. And if the fans see that, then you see 20,000 fans coming in to watch the rest of the playoffs.
Just like that Sunday doubleheader in deciding Game 5.
How did that feel? Anong pakiramdam mo nung nandun ka, sitting on the bench of Rain or Shine? You know that 21,000 fans are watching.
I didn't know it. 21,000 fans were watching. So focused on the game. Sayang talaga. No, I've recovered and moved on, and this Jay Washington move is unsuccessful.
I'll put it this way, Richard. Kung nanalo kayo doon, then you won't be able to share your insights with your millions and millions of fans and viewers on television.
Iti-Twitter ko na lang. In the meantime, James Yap scoring on another 3 and increases the lead of Derby Ace to 5. Here's Freeman. Drives against Arribas.
Nice play, the way San Miguel had to make the defense extend itself by spreading the floor, giving Gabe Freeman an opportunity to drive down the lane and score in that jump hook. That's what they want, a one-on-one play.
Probably, Quinito, that's also one of the advantage of San Miguel. They have studied BMEG during that quarterfinal series and Washam in those 2 games that he has played, so they're not going into this game blind. Like we did when we played Washam for the first time. We didn't know really. We knew he was a shooter. We didn't know he was that good.
Oh, an exceptional scorer. When he was playing for St. Vincent College, which is an NAIA school, he averaged over 20 points in every season.
In the meantime, a foul called here on Gabe Freeman.
Yung previous execution ng San Miguel, maganda rin yung ginawa nila, no? They need to spread the floor because they're very conscious of the length of Pure Foods. And if they play very close to the basket with all the players coming together, then that's when BMEG can really extend its defense and use its length.
James Yap leans inside and is fouled at that attempt. Also a great matchup to watch out for is this matchup between Dondon Ontiveros and James Yap. Two of the best scorers we have in the league right now.
And you see that James is very comfortable going up for a shot. No hesitation on his part.
And that's
Really big. Yeah, it's a